Normally, Saudi Arabia is known for oil and immense wealth, but behind this glittering image lies a disturbing reality. Although this Arab nation is extremely rich, it is deprived of one of nature's most essential blessings: water. It's like owning a palace made of gold, yet having only 2 sips of water to drink. Saudi Arabia is the largest country in the world without a single natural river. Nearly 98% of its land is covered by scorching desert sand. Rainfall is extremely rare, and for decades all that could be seen across these vast deserts were silent sand dunes. But today, in the heart of these deserts, something unbelievable is happening. Saudi Arabia has begun building its own rivers. These are not ordinary rivers. Instead of water flowing down from mountains, water is being pumped upward toward them. Thousands of kilometers of freshwater pipelines now form an artificial river network that appears to challenge the very laws of nature. But the real question is, if Saudi Arabia has no water, where is this water coming from? And even more surprising, how is this impossible task being made possible? Welcome once again to Think's Videos. As you already know, Saudi Arabia's climate is extremely hot and dry. In the capital city Riyadh, the average annual rainfall is only 116 millimeters. Meanwhile, the population has grown rapidly, from around 3 million in 1950 to over 26 million today. This explosive growth placed unbearable pressure on the country's water reserves. With no natural rivers, Saudi Arabia relied for decades on deep underground water reserves, known as fossil water, water that accumulated beneath the earth over millions of years. Since it takes millions of years to replenish, fossil water is considered non-renewable. For a long time, nearly 90% of Saudi Arabia's water needs were met by extracting this fossil water. But the consequences were devastating. NASA's GRACE satellite mission revealed that between 2002 and 2016, Saudi Arabia's underground water reserves were shrinking at a rate of 2 cubic kilometers per year, nearly 2 trillion liters annually. At that time, the population was about 18 million, and each person consumed an average of 310 liters of water per day, while the global average is only 150 liters. It was like running a battery that could never be recharged. The crisis worsened in 1973, when the government decided to grow wheat domestically instead of importing it. Although the intention was good, the policy proved disastrous for water conservation. Subsidies encouraged large-scale farming, and by 2003, nearly 85% of Saudi Arabia's water was being consumed by agriculture alone. Within just 3 decades, water reserves were drained so rapidly that the wheat program had to be shut down. The remaining fossil water was reserved only for emergencies. So the question remained, if fossil water could no longer be used, where would fresh water come from? This is where one of the most groundbreaking engineering projects in human history began. Saudi Arabia planned the world's largest artificial river system. Revolutionary not just in size but in vision. This underground river network stretches across nearly 12,000 kilometers. To carry water to remote regions, special pipelines with a 2.25-meter diameter are used. The total length of this network could be twice as long as the River Nile. So vast that if laid in a straight line, it could wrap around the earth. But transporting water was only part of the challenge. The real problem was converting salty seawater into drinkable freshwater. Along the Red Sea and the Persian Gulf, more than 38 desalination plants were built. These facilities aim to remove salt using minimal energy and low pollution, despite enormous demand and zero natural freshwater sources. One early solution was multi-stage thermal desalination. Massive facilities, some as long as football fields, use hundreds of steel tanks where seawater is heated, turned into steam, and then condensed back into freshwater. Reduced pressure allows evaporation at lower temperatures, and leftover steam is reused to power turbines, recovering some of the energy used. Alongside this, Saudi Arabia rapidly adopted reverse osmosis, a technology inspired by human cell biology. In this process, seawater is pushed through ultra-thin polymer membranes with microscopic pores so small that even salt ions cannot pass through. This method removes up to 99% of salt and minerals. Thanks to pressure recovery systems, modern reverse osmosis plants need only 2.8 kilowatt-hours of electricity to produce 1,000 liters of water, roughly the power of a household water pump. Today, around 56% of Saudi Arabia's total water demand is met through desalination. In addition, more than 500 dams have been built nationwide, with a combined storage capacity of nearly 2 billion cubic meters. The King Fahd Dam, the largest in the country, alone stores over 35 million cubic meters. These reservoirs supply drinking water, support desert agriculture, and help recharge underground aquifers. But another critical question arises. When so much water is desalinated every day, what happens to all the salt? 1 liter of seawater contains about 35 grams of salt. Producing 9.4 billion liters of fresh water per day leaves behind roughly 329,000 tons of salt daily, more than 1,600 blue whales, the heaviest animals on Earth. This concentrated brine is often discharged back into the sea, creating dead coral zones in parts of the Red Sea. Experts warn this is a hidden danger of desalination, as increased salinity and temperature can destroy entire coastal ecosystems. To reduce this damage, Saudi Arabia is developing deep-sea multi-diffuser systems, spreading brine across multiple locations. The government is also exploring brine mining, extracting valuable minerals like magnesium and potassium, turning waste into a resource. Today, Saudi Arabia is the largest producer of desalinated water in the world. The Guinness Book of World Records has recognized its water delivery system as the largest pipeline network on Earth. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has set a goal that by 2030, 100% of the country's water needs will be met through advanced and sustainable methods. One of the most astonishing sights is in the mountains. Pipelines run at elevations above 10,000 feet, supported by massive pumping stations operating 24/7. These stations alone consume nearly 9% of the nation's electricity, making water flow uphill as if rivers were defying gravity. Saudi Arabia's underground river is more than infrastructure. It is a declaration that water scarcity can be overcome through technology. And today, a nation with no natural rivers and no natural freshwater resources is preparing to host the World Water Forum in 2027. This sends a powerful message to the world. Even the most hostile environments can be transformed into sustainable, future-ready societies through determination and innovation. Saudi Arabia's journey offers a new path, not just for one country, but for entire regions. We hope you enjoyed this Thinks video. Thank you for your love and support. See you in the next amazing video.